And so good evening, everyone. And good evening, everyone. And Sensei will be with us in just a few minutes. Today's theme is just a continuation, the sequel, the continuing story of developing more clarity from I to self. Sensei felt that it was a very interesting session last week, and there was more to cultivate along this line. So he's going to probably pick up from where he started. I just want to remind everyone that next week, Friday, April 22nd, there will be no class, no virtual class next Friday. I'll put that in the Zoom chat, and we'll send email next week as well. But if you want to make a note, no class on Zoom on Friday the 22nd. And then just pick up again on the 29th. All right. So let me just see if Sensei is ready to go. One moment, please.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you hear us?
Yes, Sensei. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you. Hey. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we touched a bit on I to self. Anything just to get me going that you want to say about last week? Observations, little insights, confusions, whatever. Nothing, nobody. Let's jump on that.
Hi, Sensei. Bob here.
Hey, Bob there.
I think one really good part of the class last week was looking at the relationship with the energies that begin to move around as you do easy with the I, and how to work with those so that they don't interfere with the experience of easy with the I, and then as you progress towards self.
Yeah. It's one little problem we'll have is the lack of a languaging. So I'll try to help us create a language so we can kind of communicate with each other. But we don't have off the top a language for the levels we want to get in or for our approach. Okay, let's try this. See this big sheet of paper here? Okay. In the beginning, okay, we're starting to get past my pay grade now, but in the beginning, whatever name you want to give to self. Consciousness is one word for self at this size. Okay. The first self that pervaded that was going to be the arena for creation, that's that clean sheet of paper. self is, all that is self, or consciousness, whatever word that you like. Then we, for whatever reason, we lost this fullness of self that we originally had. And somehow we got involved with the creation that spirals in, okay, or in and out, spirals, and is finer, but gets heavier and heavier and heavier, okay? So here we are, let me see if I can draw it. Here we are, see if that's big enough. See that? Yeah, it's big enough. Here we are in the very heavy, okay? I make a joke. If we could have gotten heavier, instead of being a human being, we'd be a rock. That's how it was working, okay? Heavier. So as a human, in a pretty heavy level, okay? If you remember your 1 by 1, let's even tighten it up, a 1/2 by 1/2. Oh my God, I'm heading into insanity here. It's so tight, okay? There's an eye in there. Well, probably when you start, the eye is sort of up here. Eye? What's he mean by eye? That's me, isn't it? Okay. But anyway, the eye is here in relation to you, the person. Now, we want to easy the eye so it goes back towards more of itself as a clearer piece of paper. So let's say here with that, there's a clear paper. So as we easy the eye, say that's a stage of easy the eye. And the paper is bigger, that's the eye, okay? Oh boy, the languaging. Easy the eye, easy the eye. So not just an idea, it's very important we don't do everything up here with just the awareness that we involve the fuller of things. So, which will eventually include the underworld, bad word, isn't it? The lower parts of the nutrients of the vase we're in, kind of thing. Okay, so easy the eye. The eye at that smaller size is a bit elusive. What the hell's an eye? Okay, it's a bit elusive. So we'll turn it around the other way and start with easy the eye. And how do I know that the eye is easing? We'll use the body as a reference. Bear with me because the words, I'm trying to come up with decent words here. Okay, so standing, and we'll go over being present, just being present. Easy the eye, easy the eye. A sense of a bit of opening, and I liked last week the sense of the eye is elusive, but we'll use an airy feeling or sense, an airier sense. Easy the eye. So this, what's he talking about? Easy, 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 easy. This size right here. Easy the eye. Easy the eye. Whoosh. Sense of more room airiness. Just a bit more. Okay. Easy the eye. Now, if we're heading in the right direction, if we're doing it right, bear with me on these words, okay? If we're doing it right, and it's a little more easier the eye, how might we know there's an easier the eye? Well, let's use the body for reference. let's sort of come at it the other way here. Oh, I was very tight before. It was my tight date today. But I'm a little more fluid, a little more, Brad, say a word, give me a
Just
word.
say more air in my joints.
Air in his joints. Air in his joints. Ah, I'm surprised my arms even moved that way because it really, when I started tonight, it felt more like this kind of thing. Easy. How do I know easy the eye is happening? Because the body is getting a little freer. Just a little freer is fine. Okay? Easy. A little freer body. Easy. Not just an idea. Again, let's start right and let's use this whole system here. Okay? So at this amount of easy the eye, the body is a bit freer. Okay. So this right now is not a 1 by 1 for me. It's at least a 2 by 2. Yeah, a 2 by 2. Or not a bad day, a fair day. Someplace in there. It's not a great day yet for me yet. Not the level I'm at here. So easy the eye lets the body be a little freer. Okay, does that come across all right, Brad, from your? Okay, let's go one more. Easy the eye. Okay. Easy the eye. A sense that we're moving into the next level of it. Okay. Easy, easy, easy the eye. Again, airiness, a sense of a little more room, airiness, openness. I'd say freedom, but no, that's what the body begins to feel. What's your sense of the easy the eye-ness? Is there a proper word? Brad, you got a word for just easy the eye airiness?
More comfortable, more natural.
Okay, but isn't that the body?
Oh,
in this
yeah.
size, I feel more natural. I feel more comfortable. Yeah, but I'm trying to isolate the paper if possible. Maybe it's not possible. And that's why I'm reversing. Okay, so sorry about that. Anyway, a little more, the next little level of easy the eye. Easy, easy the eye. And now we'll check and see how the body is doing as a reference. Are we on the right track? Are we heading the right way? Now I let the body, easy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's moving better. It's grounded a bit better and it's able to do that fairly well. Huh, nice, I like it. I like my experience, easy. The breathing wants to change, wants to improve. In this more room, in this more room for feedback that we're heading the right way. Okay. The body will give you some feedback that your eye is easing. Yeah, a little longer there for me, a little bit connected for me, a little straighter for me, the body. So in that easy the eye, the body gets to be a little better body. It's straighter. It's breathing a little better. It can reach pretty good, not fantastic, but pretty good. It can reach. It can grab and hold. Within reason, it could catch a ball within reason. No 90-mile-an-hour pitches here, just a little something. Yeah. So that's my using it, the body as a reference for easy the eye is giving me feedback. Okay, let's take a moment there. We'll come back. Let's take a moment. Ugh. Okay. So, as the eye, easy the eye, went into easy the eye, the body, using my example, the feet connection was better. The balance was a bit better. That shift left, shift right. The arms could move outward a bit better. It was breathing better. Straighter. Starting to get a little more centered. It was straighter. So that clues me in that I'm heading in the right direction. Again, for lack of words. Easy the eye, and then checking the body to see if I'm on the right track. I don't know if I like these words, but let's try them. Where the hell are we? You did notice your body got freer. Should be so, yeah? If somebody got tighter, I don't know what the hell we're doing here, okay? Body got looser. Open mic, you can say something. I don't mind listening now and then.
I used to say Dave later, my arms were feeling longer and the body was definitely moving more freely.
Yeah. Freer movement, yeah. Easy the eye, freer movement, okay? Everybody got some freer body movement to some degree, nothing fantastic, but it should have been somehow freer. Okay.
Sensei, Linda Erskine here.
Yeah, Linda.
I felt like more diffuse, almost like I could breathe more freely. I had more space,
Yeah.
but I also noticed I felt a little more solid, like I had better balance. I didn't need to struggle to maintain my position in space. It just felt more
Yeah.
centered, I guess.
Yeah. And what? I guess we could have expectations, but to let the freer body in the space of easy the eye, a freer body does what it wants to do. If it gets heavier, it gets heavier. If it wants to say, hey, I'm improving my breathing, so be it. If it wants to say, hey, I'm getting straighter, so be it. I don't make rules for it. Should do this and then should do that. No, we do it this way. I do Aikido, and this is the way we use our arms. Don't put rules on it now. Okay, just trying to get a sense of easy to the eye, the freedom of the stuff in the system. In this case, we're starting as humans. The stuff in the system constitutes your body, and you notice easy the eye, the body gets freer, lines itself up better, breathes better, whatever. Its joints move a little more fluid, whatever. Not controlling it, just easy the eye, and I don't know the words. See how it works. Enjoy the workings of creative forces of which the body is a heavier form, but it's still following the form. Easy the eye. Whoosh. Damn the words. Anybody, anything here? We'll listen to another input. Or
Hi,
two.
Sensei.
Who that?
Hi, Sensei. It's Dusty. It's Dusty. I felt
Yes,
more
I got
freedom
Dusty, yes.
from behind my shoulders up to the top of my head. I don't know why I felt more freedom.
Yeah, no, okay, now, don't jump into that. I just said, easy the eye, and just let this do what it wants to do. Now we're going to potentially screw it up. Oh, why is it doing that? Let me think about that. And suddenly what we're doing is we're not doing it anymore. So let's not be an instant examiner. and jump onto something? Is that God? There's a little bit on the top of my, is that God trying to talk to me through the top of my head? Stop it. Easy. Let's just let it. Let's just let it. Stop trying to be an intellectual. Stop trying to be smart. Stop trying to detail. People help me with words. But Noah, stop trying to
Don't think about it, feel it.
experience it. And as you begin to experience something, there'll be the potential to think about it, of course. And I pass on it. And I continue with enjoying what it's doing. Okay. You with me there, Dusty? Yeah. Okay.
You gave me that advice last week because last week I kind of wanted to, we're talking about easy the eye and I wanted to jump out towards something. You kind of said the same thing. I think you said, I want you to just focus on your center. And I feel good when I do that. So
you have to understand, Dusty, I'm a nag. A nagger.
Good.
Oh my God, he's saying it again. Yes, and I'll say it again and again and again. Hopefully trying to come up with more clear explanations. That's what I'm trying again here. Easy the eye. So the body, which is all those energies moving around, is free to do what it wants to do at this level. And at this level, it's a bodying. And it's showing, because the eye is a bit easier, there's more paper, that the body is a deeper, a straighter, a fuller, a looser, whatever, more capable. I can catch a ball within reason. Yeah. Whoa. Holy shit. Who would have thought? I'm going someplace with this. But let's go at it one more time. You all right? Let's go at it one more time. Okay. So again, the word or the sense of an eye, a little elusive. Okay, a little elusive. So what we're doing is sort of coming around the other way and saying, well, at least let's say it, and to the best of our ability, easy the eye. Easy. We're moving along. A little more airiness. Close enough. A little more room. Close enough. Easy the eye. And now that the eye is more easy, moving into a little bit bigger piece of paper. Okay. In a bigger piece of paper, double checking, easy the eye. In a bigger piece of paper, the body is freer. The body is freer. Now I'm feeling the body, experiencing the body freer. Is it? And if we're on the right track, body freer should be a little bit better than earlier. Body freer, feel. Body freer. Yes, my extension is better. Yes, okay, one thing, okay, easy. Body is freer, easy. Oh, the breathing has improved. Before it was something here, and now it's a little more, it's lower. And it's breathing in a little fuller. The chest is expanding. It may have last time, but not to this degree. I don't really remember that, but here it's noticeable. Rib cage opening with this amount of breathing. And I feel some limitations with the rib cage, but that's just because of the level I'm at. It's better than it was before. I don't get all negative because, oh, but it's not perfect. don't know how to say that right, but easy. Enjoy the positive things. You're aware of the negatives. Oh, I'm still a little hard to really straighten up. Yeah, but you are straighter, aren't you? So I don't know how to say that well, but highlight the positives. You're aware of the negatives. They'll be taken care of as there's more easy to the eye paper. Okay. Easy, in more room, bigger piece of paper, self. The body as a reference. What do I feel like here? I talked before about catching a ball. Here, I wouldn't mind throwing, okay. Throwing a ball back and forth. This is almost fun. Okay, whereas before, the sense of catching a ball was okay, but to relate and throw a ball back and forth, to have an exchange with Brad, to start to reference Brad, that wasn't in the size I was at. At this size, I don't mind referencing Brad and ha and ho. Okay, very good. Easy. Easy. Checking your body. Not a lot of thinking. Stay with the feeling. The eye that was crumped up in a less than a 1 by 1 has moved into a better level of itself. What I call more paper, bigger piece of paper. There's really no obstruction from this size eye to this size eye to this size eye to this size eye. Should be a fairly easy journey, potentially. Yeah. Okay, so what should we call this? The second level of easy the eye body. Let's hear what you have to say about this. That level, easy the eye, freer body. Is that more obvious to you? You all had improvements, right? Quickly.
Hi, Sensei. This is Justin. Hi. I did feel an increased and sense an increased level of up and down and depth and comfort and freedom in my body, but there was also a sense of the person being more available and pleasant. There was a pleasantness and an availability of person. Also,
I was more the body. You.
Body comfortable, freer, but the I person experiencing the body in its freedom was available and pleasant demeanor that wasn't quite as obvious to me in the first set of easing the eye.
Yeah. So as we continue, it's not just the body gets freer, but as we continue, other things have room to come into play. Attitude changes. A little different viewpoint on the world. You're more open to other people or whatever. Okay. Don't mind if I paraphrase sometimes, because it's the best I can do. So yeah. Okay. So anybody else freer body, better body?
Sensei, hi, it's Nikki from New Zealand. I felt more awake and my hands and feet were getting really warm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no more cold feet when you go to bed at night.
Yes.
Do your little process. Anyway, yes. Yeah, the warmth is usually more energies are in more room. The energies get to move better. So should be so. On a tight body, there are energies, but in a tight, heavy body, we don't notice the energies. As there's more room, there's this level where the energies start to flow through the body clearly. Okay. Did I not say that right? If you don't have a certain amount of room, don't go to Tai Chi class because you're going to be the fool there. You won't be able to do the movements anywhere near properly. You got a blank look. Am I not saying this right? Help me. Help. Are you hearing me? Help me.
I think you're saying it very well, Sensei.
Okay. She had a questioning look on her face. It catches my attention. Anyway. Okay.
Sorry, Nicola, did Sensei answer your question enough?
Sorry, yes. Yeah. That was fine. Thank you. Thank you, Sensei.
Okay. All right. Okay. Continuing this, not a big piece of paper here. So as we get to an easier the eye, okay. See, we're not detached from our more original self. That original, the whole page self, we're still connected to that. For the old timers, I used to use the word stringer. If I have any old timers on, stringer meant as tight as you get, there's still a little I in Bobby who's connected to and connected to and connected to this whole big piece of paper. I call that a stringer. Okay. Now, in the tightness, you can get torqued and get weird. But as you easy the eye, unwind, those other things we've done, easy, settle, open, unwind, easy the eye. We're returning I back to the more of itself. And in the more room, when there's more room, so here a body got freer. Here in Florida's example, not only was the body freer, but the body was starting to have attitude adjustments. Help me again. It was
Pleasantness, availability.
pleasant and open and more available to other people and things. So a lot of things are going on because they have the room to go on. So more room, more things come into the picture. They were always there, but if I'm this size, less than a 1 by 1, I'm not going to be aware of much except, But as you open, all these nice things will begin to happen. Okay? So that was a good example. It's the beginning. Continuing. As you open, energies get to flow better. We're still at body level. Get to flow better through the body. So, of course, the hands get warmer. I always got a hot spot here. Should be natural, starting to flow better. If you're going to do Tai Chi, or Aikido, I guess, at least be at this level. Or you're wasting your time trying to straighten your body. Get to this level, body is straighter. Okay. Anyway, so as we begin to experience this I, after a bit, I is a little, it's too small a word, my languaging, and it starts to call itself self. Okay, so when it reaches a certain level of size, it seems like it naturally changes its name. Self. Okay. Okay. And then I make up a bunch of words that's my words, but follow the pattern. A finer self, meaning more paper. A more original self, not the most original self, but a more original self. A clearer self. So that I use certain words to just remind me and guide me along to more and more and more. Okay, so again, find your own words, as long as you got the sense of that pattern, that we're just increasing our page presence, increasing our sense experience of easy the eye, self that's there at a certain level will begin to show it's there. Oh boy, how am I doing with the words? You hanging in there all right? Where's the time going? That clock, right? Jesus. Easy the eye, easy the eye. Okay. Where are we? Anyway, so are we okay if we get, you see here, their energies going on, thus they mixed up your body, you, the character, okay? In more room, we're still using the body. It's a freer body, it's a straighter body, it's a more balanced body, it's and then the added in a change of attitudes is part of that. Part of that, okay? What am I trying to say here? That as we continue to easy the eye and get bigger pieces of paper, bigger pieces of paper, yeah, that the energies of creation are there, and they'll continue to in and out and up and down and create a much better character. A much better character. That's why I come in with Bobby Robert Nadeau as a dumb example. Find your own words. Okay. So the better we can easy the eye, self, easy the self, in a certain way, we're at a better level where how energies work in the creation get to work at that level. If we do it properly, they're going to show their harmony. After a while, they'll show much more qualities. I think you started to use the word, some quality word. What was it? Pleasant or something?
Available, pleasant.
Pleasant. Yeah, so those start to come into the picture. Yeah. Remember, some people in a process get emotional. Well, as you're opening, those qualities that, in a little heavier level, we call emotions, are just nice qualities. As you open more, they get to show their true colors. So it's not just emotional reaction. They're really better qualities than how you're emoting, kind of thing. So anyway, do you see the trajectory? If we can, following this pattern, again, I like patterns that can go the distance. If we follow this pattern, the whole universal structure at its much finer dimensional level, those energies in, out, up, down, the mix of the great character, as you get fuller and fuller and fuller here, you are, okay? When Sensei said Ueshiba of Aikido, he was talking about a hell of a big character. because Aikido wasn't in the dojo Aikido for him. It was the universal creation workings, the actual workings. So he was of that level. So he gave it that name, Ueshiba of Aikido, as opposed to his level one, which was this old man. This old man, but he was able to go very fast through this, very fast to get to Ueshiba of Aikido. Which means we can do it fast too, not as an idea, but we'll work on some faster trading in tricks. I have to be careful again of the word fast because I'm afraid people have an idea about going fast, and they won't position. They won't be here in the middle of it. As big as it gets, it's here. As fine as it gets, it's here. It's not heaven. Heaven is up there. I'm a poor human being stuck down here. There's heaven. I won't go any deeper because that's hell down there. That's the underworld. That's horrible. Don't go there. We got to get off that kick, okay? So as you easy and open, do it full bore here. And full bore means a little sense of deeper. Of course, deeper has higher and higher has deeper. But do it here, 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 here. The inner finer is here. Oh, Sensei would say, don't go anywhere. It's here, inner here. And it unfolds that it's here through the inner recognition, inner experience, inner presence with it. Oh boy, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, do you see how the pattern stays the same? As we had a little easy the eye, the body got a bit better. As we continue, let's make a big jump here into self. Self, easy the self. Self. All right. Much more room, much more paper, much more room for the forces that are there to show better how they work. Not just to show how they work, but to be experienced how they work. And because they're finer dimensions, things like beauty, power, intelligence, joy, whatever, it's all there. And you'll bump into some because you're you, and I'll bump into others because I'm me, but we all have some. So let's get some. Okay. I don't know if I said anything intelligent, but damn, the time is eating up like crazy. Damn. Help.
Sensei, this is Justin again.
Justin
Would
again.
you make a comment about maintenance or sustaining that?
Okay, we're back to sustaining.
I was out last week. If you touched on that, I apologize.
No, it's all right, because I do have something more clear to say about sustaining. Okay, let's see. If you just have an idea, about your character, like you sort of hit the area of nice, let's say. So you say, oh yes, I'm nice. I'm a nice person. If somebody nagged you, you won't be able to sustain that niceness. It won't take much for me to blow you off, because it's a little bit of a balloon for me, and I'm famous for being a balloon popper. If it's just an idea and I pop it, I'm not screwing you over. I'm just trying to say that's not good enough. Look how shallow it is. Look how fast it disappears. Easy. Let's continue with the word nice. Nice. Easy. Now, the center of that's sort of the circle of it. The center of it. Intake nice, and a couple of other things. Nice and what? And what? Now you've got this plant that's rooted, that's nice. It is nice. And you're going to be hard pressed to push it over with a little dig, because it's got a good presence. The alignment is good. The positioning, it's got a good position. The idea about this is not a good position. It's a piece. Yeah. But it's not the fullness of the position. That's why old sensei like that diagram. There we go. That diagram. You got to get both pieces. You got to get the center in the circle and the circle in the center. And you continue with that because that goes all the way in this vastness of the original. There's a center in the circle and a circle in the center. Very fine energies at that level, pure energies. I don't know what word to use. Just perfect energies. Boom, boom. Creating a pretty wow character at that full page level. Okay. So can you see the lineage? I don't know what word to use. Between what we just did with just getting this body to say that, hey, it'll ease the eye and I move better, I feel a bit better. To boom, the possibility of doing the whole page. Okay. That's what I would call the goal post. Now, let's try to make bigger jumps so we get to a self faster. Okay. So we do a few levels of easy the eye. And then we get to a self. After a while, you people, okay, should be able to start with just the first easy the eye and boom, go to a self. You ought to be able to, what's the word? Brad, what's the word? Pass through.
Shazam?
Yeah, kind of a Shazam type to a certain level. Not Shazam through the whole universe and bullshit yourself about your whoever he was, but just a faster movement. I have to present step at a time to lay out the pieces and the process. Once you get a sense of it, you don't have to go 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. You can go 1 to 4. You have that capability.
Instantaneous.
Okay, but I don't want to do it just as an idea because you're going to lose the positioning, which is so damn important. The positioning. You see, a lot of people, oh yeah, I understand. They won't be able to do shit with their understanding of this. I want this to become an actual. It's like I want you to catch this, and in your own field, people say, oh my God, is that my doctor? Wow. He just feels like he's got something to say to me. Or wow, that musician. Or wow, that martial art. Whoever, whatever. The actual presence by using that form, that process pattern, easy. Inner is finer. It happens to show out through the heavier. So it shows here. It's not a belief. That's not showing, but I believe it. I know it exists. In my early days, I knew it existed because I was an upper, finer dimensional meditator, basic, upper style. And my question was after a while, yeah, but does it work? Meaning, is it really here? I knew there was a little dribble down, of course. There was a little dribble. There was a dribble down. Okay. When I went to Japan, he answered my question, just seeing him. My question was answered. Yes, all of that exists here. Right here in the dojo, right here through this old man. I said, wow, great. Now, how do we do that? Okay, but see, that was an answer to a question. Because I had beautiful dimensional stuff. Talk about heavenly choirs, all that wild shit up there. Beautiful. And a little trickle down. Okay. But does it really exist? That's why the positioning is important. The fullness of it so that your position, it's here and now. Blah, 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 blah. Did I get lost? I don't know why the time's going by so fast tonight. Mic is open. What you got to say? I hope these were very well received. You got it, right? Hello out there.
Hi, Sensei, it's Mike from New Zealand.
Yes, sir.
I was just going to comment on the two practices that you did earlier, standing. That what was very noticeable to me was that with the second one, I simply walked to where I've been standing, where the first one was, and just entered where I'd got to at the end of the first one. It was like it just happened, and it was like sliding into really comfortable slippers that were familiar, and so that became my starting ground for the second practice.
Yeah. And I think that's what we were trying to say a while ago, that I expect you people after a bit to be able to go from your first set, get the first set, get all your components right, and then to a 4x4. You have that ability. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And the other thing I was just going to say was that one of the words that I find helpful in my practice and in talking to others is in when you're talking about easy, the I, and opening and allowing, that I use the word notice. Now, that's not paying attention to. It's just that, in my mind, I can, thoughts come in and thoughts go out, and I notice them, but I don't have any attachment to them. I don't suddenly zoom in on a thought and.
That's probably okay. And if you like it, great. Myself, I just want to use it because a lot of people say notice, and they're going to be looking around with this upper awareness part. Yeah.
No, I understand.
So that's my bitch. But it works for you. Hey, great. Perfect. But just understand the sometimes limitations of the humans and the human condition. You got to be a little careful sometimes, because it'll take you literally. Let me notice. Easy the eye. Do I see anything? Am I noticing anything? They're very good at screwing things up. Anyway. Hello out there. Hi. Easy.
Yes, hello, Shian. Danny here.
Hey, Danny there.
Whereabouts in what we've been doing today, and I missed last week's, but where is the domain in this? The domain.
Domain, okay. I threw that word out at Danny. I haven't thrown it out to anyone else here, I don't think. Or have I?
Yeah.
I have, okay. In the dimensional, hard to draw. Okay, in the dimensional, using that as heavier, finer dimension, finer dimension, very fine dimension, okay? But they're interior, that dimensional work, okay? There's a certain level when we have untwined from the wrappings in the human condition. They're tight wrappings for some people, very tight, thick hawser ropes, okay? And they're in a 1x1. Easy. Next level. The wrappings aren't quite as heavy. They're ropes, not hawser ropes. They're ropes, but a little bit better, so they're having a fair day, okay? Easy. As you continue this internal dimensional work, there's a certain level where we, the languaging again, exit that manifest part of creation, okay? Remember, Sensei's manifest, hidden, divine, that we could call that the manifest. And as it gets finer and finer, you get to move into a finer that has no wrappings that way. And I call that the domain. And there the self is very much a self. Okay. And you're in the same creation, but again, you're experiencing experiencing things at a much creation at a much finer level. Okay, I hope I'm saying this right. Really much better level. Okay. There's still a circle and center at that level. There's still a character. One day we may talk about archetypes as something, but not tonight, of course. I'm running out of time. There's still a character you, okay? Again, when Sensei was talking about Ueshiba of Aikido, we could guess that it started to show at domain level, and then it just increased, and it was really Ueshiba of Aikido. Boom. In the heavenly level of that. So we might refer to the manifest as the heavier twinings as it gets finer and finer, and you get out of that tight package that was tight, that's a little bit finer and finer and finer. As you get out of that, we call that the hidden, using Osensei's vernacular, and I call it the domain. It's a whole and the workings of the universal forces, the creation forces, are just showing much better there than ever before. The self is much, much clearer experiencing itself as self. Okay. Very advanced level of self. It's the best I can do, Danny.
Thank you very much. It's pretty good.
Okay. Again, we don't have a language for a lot of this, so I'll try. Hello out there, help.
And Sensei, this is Lauren. Just a time check. I believe we have 30 more minutes as if you want to go to the full time. So
really?
It's 7:30 now, and we've been running.
Okay. It is 7:30. If they want to continue to hang out, we have 30 more minutes.
That's right. Yes.
We normally continue 30 more minutes. Thank you for hanging in there, people. Okay. Talk to me. Hello out there in TV land.
Well, I've got something, Sensei, that you might like to comment on for me. You and I were talking about, you spoke to me about a booster for maybe it might be time for a booster for healing right now for me. And so I checked that out in my internally.
Okay.
And when I asked about it, if it was possible, I was told to wait. And in the waiting, it became very dark. But I became aware of a cylinder that I had to get into and climb down in this so-called darkness.
Yes.
But I could feel Steve. And I don't know how long it took to climb down this steel rail. But at the bottom anyway, I hung out there. And then after a little while, I could see little flowers, if you like. And I'm really not sure what happened after that. There was just a feeling, just a powerful feeling of possibility. I think that's what I was, there for. So.
Okay, so the dark is that downtime trick. We're in a light world, but it's sort of limited for me. So I say, potentially it could go all dark, taking me to a next finer dimension minimum. I could go further than that, but let's say the next finer dimension, at which time I'm in a new light world. That dimension, I'm in Bobby, and I say, ah, all dark, brings me to the next level. It opens up. It's all mixing. Robert. Oh, thank God I'm not Bobby anymore. I'm Robert. Thank God I'm not a 1x1er anymore. I'm a 2x2er. That's what the dark is. It's a nice potential fast movement capability. A travel vehicle that we used to call those? A travel vehicle, okay? You're doing the slower form. I'm not bitching about it, whatever you want to do, but slower form of getting in this device, go down in the device, get to a certain level, and then feeling something. And all I was asking you to do was just a little faster form of that. Interior, finer. There is a self, okay? And a better level of self has the ability of, because it's very energetic, alive, has the ability of glowing out from self, as if self has a core. Self is a core, and it glows outward with healing possibility that I thought would help. It kicks out, bing, bang. That sounded like a good time to call that one into play, that level into play. Okay, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So if you want to take the slow scenic route, that's fine. I'm not bitching about that. Take it. Smell the flowers, if you would. But basically, all I was trying to say to you was, hey, Danny, damn it, you're advanced. Will you become aware that you're advanced? You have a self here. Go for it. Stop futzing about, I would say, but do whatever you want to do. It's you doing you. So do whatever you want to do.
Me doing you. I would like to add, though, I've done that twice, and today I walked without any walking sticks for the first time for a long time. And the interesting thing for me was that I started walking without even thinking about it. I didn't look for my sticks. It was almost like very natural. So, yeah. I just like this. I think what you've been coaching me in, okay, I'm doing it the slow way, but yeah, that makes sense to me in some ways. But that there's evidence, real world evidence that it actually there's a working here going on. Yeah.
Well, there's evidence from the first baby step that we've done, people. Brad. Oh my gosh, you nuts. Over to the side. Okay. Okay, walk under pressure, walk under pressure, walk under pressure. Okay. Step, blah, blah, blah. Easy the eye. Easy. Sense that there's more room. Easy the eye. Now, what's happening in the more space? Because of the situation, it's mixing up walker. Could you not see the difference? Could you feel the difference? Could you not see the difference? There it is right there. The whole story is right there. Easy the eye. Okay. The forces naturally mix up a character. In this case, the character is Walker. And then a better Walker. And as he continues the easy eye, it just other things come into play because it's a big creation. There'll be, whoa, I feel like a sail and the wind is blowing me. It was even easier to walk because I didn't have to walk. I felt like a sail and the wind's doing all the work. Okay, thank you. There we go. Thank you. In a certain way, it was all there. The entirety, virtually, of creation was there. All right. So I keep showing the limited human being levels. Okay. And getting a little bored, or not for you people, you've been around for 5, 10, 20, 40, 50, or whatever you've been around. Come on, all right? So we're hinting at moving faster to a better level, okay? Faster to a better level so that the finer assemblies of the creation we're in, the potted pot you're in, is just a finer pot and a finer pot that mixes up a better plant. That pattern goes on all the way to a very full level. Okay. Ease of the eye so the body can function better. Let's show you another example. Here's a body under pressure. Ease of the eye so a body can walk under pressure better. No big deal. It's kindergarten stuff, but it's all there. The whole thing is there. Now just continue that pattern, okay? And you'll realize, experience much of this and continue. I don't know how to say it any better. Ugh, damn the words. Help.
I was just going to ask Sensei that in your earlier days, which are obviously a good while ago now, descending into the dark, did it take longer, or did you just find it was something that you could do easily?
No, it took me a while. I was brand new, sort of. No, I can't say brand new. In this life, I was brand new at it. I don't know my other lives of dealing with underworld. Tricks. One in descending, I told you the snake story. I'm just sitting at that level. Snakes are biting at me. Okay. Well, but I'm meditating, so I continue to sit, open, allow. Okay. There's a snake pit. Oh my God. Easy, sit, settle, downtime, allow. And then they begin to show their true colors and they smile at me. Weren't biting anymore. They were giving me that look. Aha, the game is afoot. Easy, settle, open, sense of deeper. And eventually got to this beautiful, gorgeous goddess lady, flicks, and energies are spiraling up. At a heavier level, they were nagging on me. Settled through the underworld dark, they're beautiful things. They're nutrients. Okay. So I had nobody to ask about this. I was on my own. Okay. I understand Danny's tube to go deeper. I use that. I use a lot of times water, like I was sitting on an ocean, practicing going deeper. Okay. And one trick I use, because there's a little fear of going deep underwater, even though you're sitting. I wasn't in an ocean, I was sitting, but I played the game. I was going deeper underwater. I learned a little trick. I would go into a diving bell, and with the diving bell go deeper, get a sense of the deeper level, and say, oh, it looks okay. And then I would go at it more actual, more experiential, without the diving bell. Okay, so I could relate to Danny's story of using this tube to come down. Yeah, but once you're down there, you say, hey, beautiful flowers, you don't need a tube after a bit. So yeah, boom, to the beautiful flower place. Or to the self that, I forgot what words Danny used. Do you remember, Danny, that, what do you say? Not self-assured, but something. You're down there with the flowers. What was the feeling?
Possibilities. Yeah.
A lot of possibilities at this level. Yeah. You're in a much finer level. energies mix, and they'll mix up a character, but with some choice of character, could I say. You could change your lineage much better. You could be the family man, the patriarch. I believe you're yes, you are the patriarch in your family. You can change from the patriarch to the martial arts Aikido instructor to whatever. Yeah. So there's a lot of different possibilities at a certain level. Okay. And yeah, good enough. Am I losing you? Anything here? I also wanted to get a little bit more into self. God, eating up the time tonight. Where's it going? Let's try this. Okay, easy the eye. Okay, easy the eye. Easy the eye. Making believe, make it easy on you. Let's make believe you can hear the easy the eye as that clearer talk. Okay. Got the game? Play the game. Easy. Easy the eye. And it's saying, now that it's been allowed to expand more, you helped it to move along by saying easy. It moved along. What does it have to say about itself moving along? Something like that. I believe I'm hearing. I like the freedom. I felt kind of scrunched in around Bobby. I like the freedom of myself, easy the I self. For example, playing the game, you're playing the game, easy the I. And we unwound a bit from the tighter, and we unwound by easy. And we're saying, play the game that you can hear self saying something about that. Easy. Did self I? Did easy the I like that? Why did it like that? What does it help easy the I do? Okay, sorry, got to cut in. Somebody, easy the I, and easy the I said, hello. What's your sense of what it said?
Chris here from New Zealand, Shian. A sense of relief.
Okay, and why?
I guess it's almost that that unwinding, as you described. It was an unwinding and that sort of loosening, and probably a letting go of the body. So the body almost, I felt that the body started to have presence as well, as like, okay, the equation from I taking control, suddenly off a little bit, in the body sort of saying, hey.
The paper is different than the body that's drawn on it.
Right.
The paper is different than the center to the circle energy forces at whatever level. The paper is different, and on and on. The paper, I don't know what to say, is its own thing. It's its own piece. Okay. So as it gets more of the freedom to experience itself in its freedom, yes, likes that. Yeah. I have time for one of my clear experiences with self. So I'm sitting, meditating, self. And suddenly self hovers a bit high above the body. And I'm retaining my sense of self. And I'm saying, but it pulled out from the body. There's a body sitting there, and I'm a self. And that was like, wow. So apparently that realization of the difference wasn't clear to me. And about at the same time, very soon thereafter, I realized bodies come and go, but I, self, am the ongoing one. I'm the ancient one. And eventually I was at the beginning and I'm still here. Okay. So that was my little more advanced form of what you just said. Does that grab you any? Yeah. Bodies come and go, but I, self, I still exist. Death after there didn't scare me too much because what? The body's going to go, yeah. But I still exist. I'm still me, whatever me. I'm me self. I still exist. Bodies come and go. So I noticed a whole big change about the potential of dying. Almost getting into a real bad car wreck. It was close. And it would have been bad. It was highway stuff. And saying, whoa, and the car spiraling around and thinking, this is fun. What a kick. I had fun in there. If I had fear of my safety and stuff, I would have, whatever. But I remember just being excited about it all. Whoa, what fun. Anyway, side stories. So self said what? Come on. Something.
Sensei, it's Justin again. What kept coming up for me was the idea, the ideas of clear or clarity, and the ability with clarity to take definitive, impactful actions in the world that I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on a moment. Let me jump on that word clarity.
Thank you.
As you get into a bigger piece of paper, you, I, self, there's more clarity as to how things work. Okay. Whether it's the lesser clarity of seeing two ukes and you kind of know where this one's going to move this way, now one's going to move that way, to a bigger clarity of Einstein, a clarity of certain aspect of how the universe works in his line of business. I get to a clarity of how the universe works and the center to circle, circle to center. I get a pretty good clarity on it. Okay. So yeah, clarity is one of the benefits of easy the eye to self, because there's more clarity on how things work. That's when, again, don't judge it so fast. Don't carry an agenda, because you'll interfere with what it really is, because you're carrying an agenda, because you're Catholic or Muslim or what the hell ever you are, and you're carrying something. It's got to be this way. Let it lay out the way it lays out. Trust you're in your own pot, and it's nourishing your own plant, and it'll all unfold for you because you're in your own pot, in your own universe. Yeah, and one of the aspects there is clarity. That's one of my semi-majors, by the way. Thank you. Somebody playing the game that easy the eye can talk. What did it like about being allowed, for lack of words, to be easy, to have a little more room? Easy the eye said, why are you so shy?
Sensei Linda here.
Thank you.
The words that are coming to me are, I got this. I can do this.
And did you pursue it with you got what? Or how do you get this? You see, you heard those words. Now, what are you going to do with them? I'm just trying how to be better there. Okay, I got this, but easy. What do I got? Let it unfold a bit more.
I'm in the midst of a few things that could apply to, so I found it very reassuring. It was like, oh, okay. Phew. Almost like someone coming along, you got this.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep so far, so good. Keep going. Yeah. I'm just saying sometimes when you're at a level, you can milk the level for a little bit more. Okay. Oh,
Right.
this is a pleasant level. Yes. And what else goes on here at this pleasant level? Oh, I'm hearing at ease. It's pleasant at ease. And the feel the at ease is, oh, I'm glad I felt that because that was a nice feeling.
I will definitely continue to
Yeah,
play with it.
I don't know to say I milk things a bit more.
Explore more.
I let it unfold more. Yeah.
Mhm.
So when I first sense something, I don't say, okay, that's it. I sense it and I get closer to it. I merge with it, for lack of words, and let it, in feeling itself, whatever it's doing, explain itself more. I don't mind hanging for a bit. See, don't a lot of people want to do Shihonage? They don't want to feel Shihonage. You understand that?
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to do Shihonage, but to feel Shihonage, to fully feel it, they don't want to do that. You're saying, we're wasting my time. No, we have to train fast because it's a martial art, because they're afraid to settle, open, and feel. That's why they come up with all that bullshit. But we have to practice fast, don't we? Yeah, if you're an idiot, yeah. Fast is okay now and then. But all the time I'm thinking you're running from something. You're so busy being fast, I have to wonder, what is it you're running from? What's scaring you or people? What's scaring them? Because they're too fast to run.
Right. What would be there if you slowed down and felt what was happening?
Yeah, hang out with it a bit. Well, since they like the word soak, we could say muse. I don't know. Come up with your own word. Easy. There's more there to be garnished. I'm not even sure what that word means, but garnished.
Harvested.
It's a trick of the trade.
Thank you,
I'll
Sensei.
get more out of this anyway. God, we didn't even really get to talk about self, experience self. But self is just a continuation of easy the eye, few levels of that, and self. Okay. And what? Self. Susan, you on?
Yes, Sensei.
Say something about the beginnings of self beginning to experience itself.
The beginnings?
Easy the eye to self. Now, whoa, something a bit different. This is self. It's not just easy the eye. It's something more. And it's, for lack of words, becoming more aware of itself. It's experiencing itself. Now, the early stages of that, say something for me, please. Don't ask me questions. You know what I'm talking about. Get with it. Jesus.
There's a relief of sense of self getting to express itself, self being allowed to show itself.
Okay.
There's sort of a relief, much more than a relief. Sort of finally self gets to really come in here and show itself.
Yeah, make itself known. See, I think some of you were touching it because Danny heard somebody say a lot of possibilities here.
Yes, that's good.
And that self itself has a voice.
Yes,
It's an alive thing. It's you, a live thing. This paper's alive and self is alive. All right. Okay. Now, don't just sit as an I talking to self, your big brother. Maybe we shouldn't use the word over self. That might be, oh, the over self. Easy the I, and bigger piece of paper is self. Just change its names there because it's a bit bigger. And it's easier for it to sense, experience itself. It's not just an awareness. Okay, we could say aware I experience. Experiencing I am aware. It's important that we not lose that experiential factor. You circular types, you intelligentsia will have that tendency. Okay. You who are prone for centering, I'm going to get on your case if you don't include the circular forces that are there. That'll be your shortcoming potential. Oh, Sensei was guilty. He said, because he had a damn good center. Then he goes to Deguchi. And he said Deguchi was all over him. All over him. To realize, hey, this is really here and it's something, and boom, boom, boom. He apparently prodded the hell out of Ueshiba. Okay. Really, really got on him, so to speak. So you are strong-centered, better take in the circle. You who are aware, you better take in the experience. What we're using the center line to represent, the feeling of it. It's experiencing itself. Oh, I know the word experience is not the experience. Damn. Yeah. So I saw Autumn. Let me see your pretty face. Autumn, where are you? I don't see your face. I hear your voice. Okay. Easier to, there you are. Okay. Easier to talk to you when I see your face. Yes, you read the script, you got a sense of the character and all of that, but that's not the fullness here. The next step is the character that you've cleared for, and the character starting to become a fuller character there through your open clearness. Again, to me, an actor is somebody who just knows how to clear so that the character can form. Okay. So yeah, read the script. Yeah. But that's half, max. The important half is this allowing, because you gave it a clearness. In a certain way, it's kind of like a stage. You gave it a clear stage for the actor to get fuller and fuller and fuller on that stage. To me, that's the trick of it. Okay. And potentially fast, potentially wow, because you're allowing the fullness of this character. If you don't know how to clear, you're afraid of letting a character come through if it's against your grain. Okay. So again, I bring up the story of the nice guy saying, teacher, I have, talking to an acting teacher of fame, I have trouble letting a bad guy. I can't do bad guy roles. Well, of course, because he's trying to be a nice guy, learning about it, and the nice guy figuring out how to be a bad. He doesn't want to let a bad guy energies come up because he's still a good guy. He's in the way. And I try to make this very clear when I say you can't get pregnant if you're pregnant, which was a profound statement, but nobody out there understands me. If you've got a character here, you can't easily get another character here. You got to clear. Easy, clear. Dark time, down, easy, boom. Open up, you're clear. And whatever the mix is the mix. And in acting, whatever, it's a tough character, it's tough. But get the fullness of tough. And in there is history. Why is he tough? And they'll explain his childhood. a lady asked me, she was doing a script, and she asked me to help her because she was running into problems with the character. So I did that pattern. And I think I scared this poor lady, because as I was allowing this character to show through me and feeling it, I was saying, oh, he went to that school and he had a little trouble with that. And I was going through all these details. I think it was so much, and it was the character, that was a really good job. But I think it was so much it scared her that this character was coming alive there, so to speak, with all of its own history. Of course, I'm bitchy. The nuns used to hit me with their, not rulers, they had these thick leather belts. Of course, I got tough because the nuns used to hit me every day, all this, all this, whatever, kind of thing. So, anyway, another time. Go ahead.
Then there's something about, that moment of when that all comes together, that all coalesces, that's all there on stage, and it happens in moments, but it's like pure joy, right? It's the presence or the self kind of experiencing itself without all those.
When it clicks, there's a word we use, Sensei likes, let's see, positioning and consolidation. It consolidates. We say it consolidates into a fullness of that character, but because everything's in harmony at that level, click. And you got it, because boom, it just sort of explodes through you, kind of thing. Yeah. I wish I'd be careful and go, wow, and spin off, double check, feel it again. Yeah. But yeah, when those two lines line up at whatever level, there should be a click that you can pick up. You can even physically feel it. Those of you in Aikido who've done the 2-person dance step thing, the 2-step with 2 people, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When your partner and you are clicked together, you can feel it. Whoa, I just got a little bing in the heart. And these are people, because I've taught this exercise at Esalen and other places, and they feel that click. So you don't have to be an Aikido person to feel this click. When 2 click together, there's a click. When they're proper in relationship, when they meet properly, click. So there's a bit of, when these forces at whatever level, any degree of harmony, there'll be a click. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And to be a pro, double check the click. Oh, we're running over time. Jesus, I'm sorry. Okay.
And thank you, Sensei. We are over time.
We are over time. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank you so much, Sensei.
Thank you,
And
Sensei.
thank you, everyone, for staying late.
Enjoy next week off.
No
Thank you,
class
Sensei.
next Friday.
Yeah.
No class next Friday, the 22nd.
Take care.
Thanks, Sensei.